Hey y'all, it's Rebel here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on what exactly the Confederate flag means. What's the significance of it? Because there's been a lot of people lately that have been saying, you shouldn't be wearing the Confederate flag. You shouldn't have it anyway if you don't know what it means. Well, it's the Confederate flag. It's racist. It's bad. It's all this stuff that it's not. And basically, it's a bunch of people that don't know anything about what they're talking about. That's trying to tell you about something. So if y'all do know what it is, great. If you want to share your opinion, go ahead and do that in the comments. And if y'all, kind of have an idea but aren't really sure, but always have that same problem, people coming up to you and thinking that you're an idiot for having a little flag and that you're just some dumb redneck that don't know nothing, then you can prove them wrong. Or if you're one of those people that hate the rebel flag, then hopefully this video will show you why you really shouldn't hate it at all. So basically what it means is in the Civil War, when the North and South split into two different sections, basically there's the North section fighting for more control over, fighting for a union, having control over everything, in the South fighting for more separation. They didn't want to completely split apart like everyone thinks, but they didn't want the North to take over everything like the North is trying to do. So basically, I'm going to adjust this real quick. Alright. So basically, what it is just the rebel flag. Basically what it is, the Confederate flag on, the North has the American flag, the South has the Confederate flag, and it basically stands for what the South was before the Civil War. Now obviously after the Civil War we still have the areas that we call the South, where if you're from Georgia, Alabama, North Florida, South Florida is about as bad as New York is, New York City. But we have the states that we call the South still, and basically those are the states that when you think about it, you think about the farmers, the rednecks, the hicks, all those people that kind of gives you the mindset of, okay, that guy's a Southerner. When you see the guy at the gas station counter buying dip and then going into his nice lifted truck, that's kind of what you think about. When you see that guy, you kind of think, okay, he's from Alabama, he's from Georgia, whatever. And so that's basically, obviously before the Civil War, they didn't have a bunch of trucks. It wasn't the same thing. People were just living like they were. It wasn't, no one labeled them a redneck, a Southerner, a country boy, a hick, whatnot. It was just what you were since you lived down there. It wasn't a choice you made to become one. It wasn't a choice you made to not become one. It was what you did because you lived down there. Now that the Civil War is over, we have the South kind of all over the states. Then Kansas, Kentucky, Illinois, New York, California, everywhere there's Southerners. But before the Civil War, when it was, when the country wasn't as big as it is now, it was the South. It was the bottom states. It was all of Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee. It was the people that fought, that were farmers, and that needed people to work for them in order to live, and whatnot. So that's basically what the Confederate flag is the flag of the South at the time when people were trying to live the way they wanted to live, and the Northerners came in and stop that. Now all the Northerners that are all stuck up and real politically correct and whatnot, and other people that think the rebel flag is bad, that's mainly because they don't really know what it's about. When they think of the rebel flag, they think of what they think they know about it. They think of, okay, well, if you have the rebel flag, that means that you support slavery, that you're racist, that you're this and that you're that. And the reason that really is because they think the Civil War was over slavery or not. Now, that makes sense because that's what everyone is taught in school, but it wasn't. The Civil War was over staying as a union or kind of splitting into more separate sovereign states, but still being a country. Obviously, North wanted union, South wanted the other. But everyone that tells you that the rebel flag is bad and that you shouldn't be wearing it, whatnot, they think that it was over South wanted slavery, therefore they're racist. North wanted to let the slaves go, therefore they're the best people on earth. Now, really, if you look at it and if you really dig into the history, 3 years after the Civil War is actually over, that's when the North actually started releasing slaves. That's when the North actually started, letting their slaves go, making laws about you can't have people working for you and whatnot. So it wasn't even right after the Civil War, during the Civil War, that slavery was a solved issue. And Lincoln, the people that everyone thinks solved slavery, he still had slaves many years after the war. He had slaves. I guess he died in the war, so he couldn't have really done that. But he had slaves. He wasn't really anti-slavery. He was anti-beating his slaves and treating them bad, but he wasn't anti-slavery. So next time you hear someone say, hey, you shouldn't be wearing that Confederate flag because that's bad, then let them know exactly, let them know that they're wrong. Don't be nice about it. I mean, if it's an elder, I guess, chances are good they're not really going to care because they know what that actually means. They weren't taught that politically correct. But be respectful about it. But don't try to be Mr. Nice Guy and be like, oh, well, okay, that's a good point. No, make sure they know that they're wrong, and that the rebel flag is heritage. It's where you come from, and it's who you will want to and are going to be. So it doesn't really matter what they think anyway. So that's basically just what exactly the rebel flag means. If y'all have any opinions and anything you want to say about this issue, put them down in the comments. Also, anything else you want to see me make a video about, I need ideas, so stick those in the comments. Check out my Instagram page, Rebelbo Survival, all one word. Check that out. Give me a follow. Like my pictures, all that good stuff. Subscribe to my channel, please. It's very helpful. And my friend's Instagram page, Camo Army. It's Camo_Army_. Check him out. He got some sweet pics up there. So go follow both of those pages, and I will see y'all next time.